Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Pisces May 26, 2022. Oftentimes we sit down and ask ourselves, why me? You may feel like you ask yourself this question more than anyone else. Your life probably seems like an intense roller coaster ride that never comes to a stop. But deep down you know that you wouldn't have it any other way. Take a break from it all today if you can. Communicate your thoughts and feelings to others. By talking it out, you will feel much better about the situation at hand. Just when you thought you were going to have a quiet day, people may gather you into unexpected group discussions. This will actually be a good day to connect with your community, perhaps in your church or parenting group. You'll find that you share common ground with people and would like to work to achieve many of the same goals. You'll feel good making connections and sharing from the heart. This could be a day when people are expressing themselves in strong ways. Some people might let their anger come out. Others might become critical with their language. If any of this negativity is aimed your way, try to duck. It's not your responsibility to be an emotional caretaker or babysitter to people's mood swings. Demand that colleagues approach you in a professional manner, and don't indulge anyone who isn't rational in their tone. Relationships with men aren't apt to go especially well for you today. For some reason there is an unspoken tension that seems to exist in your interaction with the opposite sex. It could be that they are feeling threatened by your strong personality and financial management abilities. Don't take this to mean that you should necessarily change your behavior in any way. If someone can't handle the way you are in some capacity, this is probably more of a reflection of their insecurities rather than your faults. You will have to put up with unpleasantness in your private life, being asked repeatedly to take a stance on awkward conflicts. Some decisions may be taken that cause you great pain. Try to see this phase as a chance for inner growth. If you find the right way of doing things, you will be successful. This morning you'll have a positive interaction with a boss or instructor. Be open to small corrections, and pass your newfound knowledge on to others. You'll relish the feedback, but don't let it go to your head. Constantly tempted to seek pleasure for yourself, you don't even consider the thought of sharing intimate moments with another. If this is the way you feel, your attitude may satisfy you in the short term, but you notice something is missing, you're disenchanted. Practice self-restraint, reflect on your conduct. Make sure you are getting enough sleep. You may seem groggy and your head may seem a bit cloudy today, but try not to let this stop you from getting anything done. Much of what you perceive may not exactly be on target with the reality at hand. Your emotions may be especially distorted. You may have a strong desire to escape into a fantasy world. Try to keep both feet on the ground. Today's vibrations will push you to find stability or realize a Project 11. This is probably the moment to organize yourself on a professional level and advance methodically, in slow but sure steps to your goal. In your family and sentimental life, take advantage of this period to tighten your relationships and make them stronger. Duty will call wherever you are. You've got everything on your side to succeed. Mars has reached his last full day in your income sector, and while he will continue to fuel the drive to fight for what you deserve before leaving tomorrow, it won't just be about the money. Money is just one of the currencies in your life, while Mars is urging you to fight for what you deserve across them all. You will find that if you aren't willing to fight for what you deserve in some areas of your life, it brings the rest down. This isn't about putting your own needs above others, but seeing your own needs as something worth fighting for. After a friendly aspect to Mercury in your romantic sector yesterday, the Moon goes on to form the same aspect to Uranus there today. This is the more familiar encounter the Moon makes when it returns to an adventurous part of your chart each month, with the spirit of romance and adventure that comes together today, familiar and easy to slip into. Our eyes in the sky. There are no major transits happening today. The energy in the cosmos heightens our intuition and gives us the capacity to dream bigger and better. All of the water energy swarming around in the sky might make us feel a little more emotional than usual, which isn't uncommon during Pisces season. Rather than get swept up in your emotions, allow yourself to release your feelings by writing a letter to the universe or others expressing your sentiments. The more you get them out there, the easier it will be to navigate through the day. If you have a vision that you want to get off the ground, now is a great time to manifest the project. Don't be shy about stating what you want to accomplish. The universe is looking out for you now and giving you the intuition to know what needs to be done to complete the task at hand. Trust your gut feelings today. They can help you exceed your expectations. There is magic in the air, and you can catch it and make it reality. The temptations could be to poke holes in others' beliefs that we find ridiculous or untrue. Keep your opinions to yourself right now. It won't do any good to argue about this today. Also be careful about telling yourself a negative narrative. That way of thinking will be very hard to avoid. However, show people they can count on you and you'll earn points with them that will last long into the future. In the pre-dawn hours, the Pisces moon opposes Saturn in Aquarius, inclining us to moodiness or depression. We may be literally isolated from loved ones, or otherwise feel there is an emotional wall preventing others from seeing or hearing us. This influence will pass relatively quickly. In the meantime, we might brainstorm ways to better connect with our own inner authority. What steps could we take to embrace our capabilities and competency? The moon then enters a void of course lasting until tonight. Avoid starting projects and let the natural flow of the day take its course. In the early afternoon, the moon forms a quincunx to the Pisces sun, signaling distractions. We aim to demonstrate compassion and empathy towards others, yet in the back of our minds, we want credit for our good deeds. We may feel confused, questioning whether we can truly be selfless and altruistic if there is nothing in it for us. However, there's nothing wrong with desiring acknowledgement for a job well done. Wanting attention doesn't make us bad people, and by conflating altruism with asceticism, we deny the power we have as individuals to effect positive change in the lives of others. If you are awake before the sun, treat yourself like royalty by staying in your cozy bed. Or if you're up early, treat yourself to an elaborate breakfast, ideally made by someone else. There's an early morning Moon-Jupiter opposition that can transmit good feelings and the desire to be super generous and kind, but the more nice gestures you make, the more attention you get, which is something that you probably won't want during this aspect. You like doing things for others now because it makes you feel good, not because you want to be recognized for it, and the more thanks you get, the more it actually lessens your experience. But don't try to overcomplicate things too much now.